In a significant move towards safeguarding the rights of persons with disabilities, PWDs, the Anambra State Disability Rights Commission, with support from the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program (RULAC), held a workshop aimed at addressing discrimination and improving access to justice for the disability community. This event signals a turning point in the fight for inclusivity and equality in Anambra State. The workshop, organized in Awka, highlighted the operationalization of the Legal Services Department of the Anambra State Disability Rights Commission, a critical step designed to challenge discriminatory practices. 12 legal practitioners have been enlisted to defend the rights of PWDs under the Disability Rights Law enacted in 2018. In her opening remark, the state's project coordinator for RULAC, Josephine Ona, emphasized that the department will serve as the frontline defense for PWDs seeking justice, and it's hoped that this initiative will bridge the gap between the legal provisions and the real-life experiences of PWDs in Anambra State.
RULAC has come back. They want to walk, and they want to walk every talk. It's not just talking and talking and talking. The Bible says, if we cannot agree on something and then follow it up to the letter, then it becomes an adventure in activity. There's no need, there's no point, coming together to deliberate, to brainstorm, to talk. So if we begin to walk the talk, we will find out that human angle in coming into development issues will be activated. And people will smile home. Let us stop the discrimination. Let us stop all the ills that we are perpetuating against this community, this set of people, because they belong to us.
Adding to this vision, the state chairman of the Disability Rights Commission, Mr. Chuks Ezewuzie, outlined the next steps. He revealed that the Commission, in collaboration with law enforcement agencies, will soon begin implementing the Anambra State Disability Rights Law, aimed at granting effective access to justice for all persons with disabilities.
Anambra became the first state in the southeast to have a legislation that protects the rights and welfare of persons with disabilities. A domestication of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. A requirement of United Nations that all the signatories to that treaty domesticate same in their local area. And thanks to RULAC and all the partners, Genopede, and all the civil society organizations that fought for the passage of that law and subsequent setting up of Anambra State Disability Rights Commission, we can no longer tolerate subjugation. You are mobilized, you are instructed, you are inspired, you are educated, the advocacy is complete. Let's go and take our stand.
Speaking at the workshop, Mrs. Chinua Chibu, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, reiterated government's commitment to uplifting vulnerable persons under Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration. She expressed optimism that this initiative will lay the foundation for improved welfare and social inclusion of PWDs across the state.
I want to employ you people here to take advantage of this opportunity and this event and just do yourself well, courtesy of the Professor Chancellor Mr. Governor, for switching such a very valuable chairman that is important tax. But it's all about RULAC. RULAC has been so much. I really appreciate this RULAC so much because considering the positivity of the fraud of the issue in the government, this is a partner that has done so much, especially to the ministry. They are one of the partners that's doing lots of things. So it is constantly on RULAC.
Participants at the workshop engaged in group discussions, dissecting the challenges they face and exploring practical solutions. One notable demand that emerged was the establishment of special courts to handle cases involving disabilities. This call comes amidst ongoing challenges PWDs face in accessing justice, including the lack of disability-friendly court facilities.
A lawyer, a female lawyer, said she went to the police station to report that she had just been raped, and the policemen there were making mockery of her. They were laughing at her and telling her, "Are you not happy that somebody touched you?" Can you imagine?
I was attacked in my house by a friend, and thanks to the Nigeria military, they handled the case and they transferred it to the opposite sides, and the case was referred to the Guinea High Court. We were in court for the first time on the 11th of October 2023, and the correctional center did not bring the guy to court. I requested why. Rather, the guy was represented by a lawyer. They came to withdraw the matter, which I told them no. I came to the court to request for justice. And the case was adjourned to 5th of December 2023. We also went there again. The boy was not brought to court. The case was adjourned, no date fixed. Even up till now, there have been no dates. And I went to confirm if the guy is also safe at the correctional center, and I was given a no response.
I have experienced challenges, especially with the policemen. That was the time I took a report to them because one of my friends. So I gave him my bike, that is my motorcycle, to ride for hire purchase. So this guy refused to follow the agreement we made. So, because I told him that every week he must come to do the payments. So after a month time, I didn't send money. Then I went to the area command authority and reported to them. They said, okay, no problem, but I have to pay before they will go and arrest the guy. I deposited, I think during that time, it was 2,500 naira. That time, there is Tinubu was not in the seat, so it was 2,500. Then waiting for them to come and do the arrest, to come and recover my machine. 1 week after, I went back. I said, I think I have made my payment. As you people told me earlier, they said that I should wait. After some weeks ago, I went back. So they kept on doing this to me. I get annoyed. Then I went to the DPO of that place and reported the case again. Without knowing that these people did not even register my case in their book.
Well, I think someone shared it here on day one that she went to the prisons to visit somebody and she saw a physically challenged person. The person was not with any device to aid them inside the prison because some of these devices are not allowed. So I think she said she advocated for and the person has been released. But I think this can be very, very challenging whereby a physically challenged person is in the prison and does not have any appliances at all to aid them. Yes, any assistive device.
If you look at the physical challenged individuals, they need some physical aids. And for security reasons, those things are weapons. It can turn to weapons, and as such, by law, such things are not allowed.
In a resolution reached by participants, the group stressed that the creation of these special courts would not only address accessibility concerns, but also ensure that their rights are upheld without prejudice or unnecessary delays.
I have always hammered on sensitization. We all know, some of us are privileged to know. But what about the people in the grassroots? If the worst comes to the worst, we could also have a special court. It would help so that we don't get swallowed up.
The demand for special courts echoes a sentiment shared by many in the disability community. Despite the existence of laws and policies intended to protect them, PWDs still face barriers, ranging from physical access to courtrooms to a lack of understanding of their unique needs. But there is hope. RULAC, the Disability Rights Commission, and the multi-sectoral partners are committed to pushing their reforms, ensuring that the voices of persons with disabilities are not just heard, but actively shaping the state's approach to justice and inclusion.
Persons with disability have right to sue anybody who infringes on the right of persons with disability. So the Commission has now sensitized the disability community to recognize their rights, pursue justice, seek justice, and pursue the remedy under the law, and they now need to obtain those remedies that have been provided to persons with disability under the law.
Professor Charles Soludo is very, very committed to the vulnerable group, everybody, especially these ones. So he's not leaving them out. So everything has been laid there for them to assess. And that's the awareness that has been created here now. This is your right. This is a law has been established. So this is the channel for you to be implemented. Just come and assess it.
As Anambra State takes the step towards inclusivity, the Disability Rights Commission, along with RULAC and other partners, continues to shine a light on the issues faced by the disability community, paving the way for a future where access to justice is guaranteed for all.